Hi everyone, welcome to Shaf Man TV. Thanks a lot for joining me. I'm going to look at Leeds United's chances in the Premier League this season. Obviously, there's only really one man you can talk about when you talk about Leeds, and that's the manager Bielsa, known as El Loco. A bit of a genius, bit of a maverick. He's influenced loads of other coaches, Guardiola being amongst them, with his style of play, his counter-attacking play, and his pressing and hunting of the ball. And he's taken Leeds from a championship team, from the championship, brought them to the Premier League, and he's finished very respectably and done so whilst playing probably some of the most entertaining football last season. So I think that he's put Leeds back on the map. A massive club, well-supported club in Yorkshire, and I think that they're going to grow and go from strength to strength. Obviously, they could do with keeping Bielsa, and they could do with keep backing him in the transfer market. So talking about transfers, it looks like the board have backed him. They had a net spend of £53 million. They bought James from Manchester United for 26 million. They got Junior Firpo for Barca for 13.5, and they bought Jack Harrison for 11.5 from City. So he's been backed. Leeds have got some really impressive players. None so more than Calvin Phillips. Had a really good season last season, culminated in an amazing Euros. He just sits in the middle of the field, and he not only breaks up play, he's also got a lot of ability to pass and to turn defence into attack for Leeds. So I think he's a fundamental player. Like, Leeds need to keep him fit. You also got Rafinha, who's been really impressive, really amazing left foot, really skillful player. Bamford, who has really come from nowhere and been revitalised under Bielsa, and has bagged a decent amount of goals last season. He's got an England call-up, and he's a very clever player with his movement, and is relatively clinical in front of goal. So Bielsa likes to set up generally with a 4-1-4-1 system, and he has Phillips anchoring in midfield, just screening the front of the defence. And basically what Leeds look to do is they look to hunt for the ball, and all the players around the pitch press. And I think that's the major reason they bought Dan James, because he was actually out of possession, off the ball. Solskjaer trusted him a lot to press, and I think that's a Bielsa style signing. Often they go 1-for-1 around the pitch, so it can lead to big defeats. But over the course of the season, they're going to entertain and they're going to win a lot of matches. So obviously, I went to the Leeds United and Manchester United game at the start of the season, and they were a bit unlucky, really. Leeds, they probably didn't play very well. United just were very clinical on that day. So I think those large scores, they obviously had a large defeat last season at Old Trafford. Those large scores against them are going to happen, but the style of play and the philosophy, the players of Leeds seem to have bought into that. There is a school of thought that Leeds should be a bit more defensive, should maybe try to close up a little bit, but I don't think Bielsa was able to do that. I think it's impossible for him to play a defensive game, and fair play to him really, because he's pretty ballsy to actually try to win matches, try to go toe to toe with the big six, and he tries to win the games. And to be honest with you, they were excellent to watch last season at times. There is a school of thought that they could suffer with what's known as Bielsa burnout, where they've not got a large squad and they don't rotate too often. That pressing style can take a lot out of the players physically, but that's yet to be seen. But overall, great team to watch. They'll be difficult to beat at Ellen Road with the Leeds fans back in cheering them on. And I suspect Leeds could, if they stay clear of injuries and hit some form, could easily get into the top 8. I think that they can, on their day, can beat any team. It's likely that they might lose a few games by large scorelines, but I think that they will, especially at home, pick up a lot of points. So I think Leeds are a decent team to tip for the League Cup or the FA Cup, and wouldn't surprise me if they finish top 8. It really wouldn't. Like, they've definitely got the players to do it. They've definitely got the manager. It would be interesting to see Bielsa manage a top 4 club with a huge squad. You know, what could he do with even better players? You know, he's an amazing manager. And yeah, I think Leeds are on the up. They've spent 50 odd million pounds. If they keep adding to the squad, increasing the quality, they're gonna climb up the league. And yeah, so optimistic in terms of what Leeds can do. Maybe win a cup, top 8. So thanks for watching.